Hi, welcome back to Innocent. Today we are going to be doing some Christmas candles, and if you don't know who we are, I'm Imogen and this is my dad Alan, and we're on a candle journey.
That's right, so in May of 2025 we decided to start making our own candles. So for a while Imogen's been bugging me in the shops to buy some scented candles, but I've always kind of found them not to really smell that much or give me a headache, so I thought, hey, let's just try and make our own, better ones than the shops. And Imogen's been wanting to start a business of some sort for a while, because I run a handmade business on the side around my day job, and I think you've grown up watching me do that, and you thought, oh, you want to have a go as well. So that's how Innocent came to be. It was Imogen, Innocent, like home fragrance.
Imogen, Innocent.
Yeah, I think people get it, but if you don't get it, now you do. And it's all about home fragrance. So we thought we'd do an end of the year wrap up, a little Christmas special, and we're making some candles for teachers and friends. So how have you found it so far?
Good.
You like it, Jenny, so far? How many orders have you had?
7.
7. So in about November, I launched our Shopify site. So we're just selling it on Shopify for the moment, on our own website.
So we basically got 7 orders in 1 month.
Yeah, 7 orders in a month, and that's for a total of 11 candles. I just wanted to sell at least 1 candle by the end of the year, because I had no idea how long testing would take. It took quite a while, didn't it? I think May, June, July, August. Probably a good 4 months of making candles that had no hot throw, no smell when they were lit. And we were just like, ah. Oh. But we cracked it. We changed wax. So we were using, what wax were we using? Rapeseed and?
Coconut oil.
Rapeseed and coconut wax. Made in Europe from European rapeseed. Obviously the coconut's not from Europe, but it does the job, and we like it because we're trying to be more sustainable as a company. I think you learn about sustainability in school, and Imogen's very keen. Obviously, when us older people are gone, it's going to be her lot and her kids wanting a planet that hasn't been trashed too much. So we're kind of very conscious of trying to use eco-friendly materials, and we're trying to be eco-positive as well. Do you know what eco-positive means?
Like nature, like friendly to the...
Yeah, so not just being eco-friendly, not just being like sustainable, but going another level beyond that. So how we're doing that is...
planting a tree.
Planting a tree. So for each order on our website, we plant a tree. And the idea is that the candles need oxygen to burn, so the trees will give the oxygen, and as the candles burn they produce CO2, and the CO2 is absorbed by the trees. So this is kind of a nice cycle.
So every candle is every tree, so every tree can absorb the candle.
So earlier this week I poured these candles, and because it's quite cold now in the evenings, I've used this kind of bubble wrap bag that they come in as like a puffer jacket to keep them warm while they're setting. I don't know if that's showing up at all, but they've set quite nicely, and now we need to do the trim the wicks so that we can put the lids on and label up the jars. Ooh. So do you want to show you're going to show your bag? What's Imogen going to pull out of her bag? Ta-da! So we've been using before these are actually toenail cutters as a wick trimmer, which is fine when the wick's kind of up here, but we found actually once it burns down, this isn't great. So I found some, and I think, are we going to offer these on the shop?
Yes.
Yeah, you think so? So I found some big handled wick trimmers, and these are nice and colourful, and Imogen wants a bit of colour to her brand, so I think it matches quite well. So do you want to trim? Do you remember how much you need to...
Can I trim half of it and then see how much?
No, kind of trim down there. You need to trim it about 1/4 of an inch. So a bit more? Yeah, that's it, yeah. Oh, hang on, let me see. We haven't used these before. What you need to do is just go like that. Whoops. And snip them. That's probably a bit longer, bit lower. We don't want to do it too short.
Like
that? Probably a bit more. We can trim it. Yeah, just trim it there. That's it. A bit more? A bit lower?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'll show you in a real, a quarter inch. A quarter inch is about 6 millimeters, so it's just over half a centimeter, can you see? So you're doing about half an inch, so it needs to be less than that. But
you can always trim it.
You can always trim it down a bit. It's better to have it longer than shorter, because sometimes I've trimmed them a bit too short and we can't...
Maybe it can be a bit more.
Yeah, it can be shorter than that. It's quite long. Because although we know to trim it, when you give it to people... Actually, we should give a candle care card with your candles. But I think most people, when they get a candle, they just want to light it, right? They're not going to worry about, is the wick the right length? So... But let's just trim these first. Yeah, a bit more. That's it. And then we can put the lids on to try and keep the scent in. We should have done this a couple of days ago, actually, but we can do some... We've been so busy with, like, job and school, and it's your carol concert today, so we've only just got round to doing it now. Do you want to get those silver stickers? So we use these generic white card boxes, and the idea is eventually will be nice to have. I'll show you how to do it. It'd be nice to have like printed boxes, but for now we just dress them up a bit with. So we've got this embosser, which is of our logo. So you need to press it quite hard like that until it goes crinkled.
Do you stick it on the top?
And then, no, stick it on the box. Because remember you wanted to have... So we're going for a bit, and we should have done this in the beginning, but we're going for a bit of a redesign, because to begin with, on these frosted glass jars, we're having a label this size, and we thought maybe it's a bit big, because our logo is elegant scents, happy moments. Yeah. So we want the vessels, the candles, to be looking a bit more elegant. So
and not like more like childish.
Yeah. So I think we need to, but it doesn't matter because we can kind of change it up now. I mean, I'll do the photography again, but I was thinking it doesn't matter anyway because I need to practice my product photography. So do you want to do one?
Yeah.
So get the sticker right in the middle, and then you need to press down quite hard until it crinkles up. Press harder, harder, harder. I'm going to help you.
It's so hard.
It is quite hard. I think you're supposed to do it on a table. There you go. And then you just stick that
in the box.
On the box. Now you need to think that this lid is facing you here, so you need to stick it right in the middle and
there.
Yeah, and with the immersent bit. These stickers look a bit funny shaped, don't they? What's going on? So how many boxes do we
Maybe
need
it
to
depends the angle of the stamp is put.
Maybe. Because I've managed to get them quite central before. Let me try this one. There you go. You just got to get it really centred. We've got more boxes somewhere. Where have I put them?
Down here.
Oh, down there. They're falling down. So we're going for a bit of a rebrand, but in a way I'm glad we didn't spend too long, because we know what you're supposed to do at the beginning, Imogen. When you start not just selling candles, but whatever you're selling, you need to think about who your customer is.
And you need to like promote it as well.
Yeah, so promotion, we've done a bit. So a lot of so I've sold to a couple of my dear colleagues at work, because I took some candles in for them to smell, and they love the smell enough to buy them, which is really good. And of course I'm really grateful that they've helped us along. But what was even more exciting was we put a few videos up on TikTok, and off of that some customers went off TikTok, because we don't have a TikTok shop. They went to our website and placed an order to help Imogen, and that was really exciting, wasn't it? So I think in the new year what we want to do is launch a few more scents, because it's a bit... How many did we have? 5 or 6. Did we have... I think we had 5 scents.
I think we had 6. But then pan au chocolat didn't burn.
Oh yeah, pan au chocolat didn't burn properly, so I kind of put a pause on that, on the small one. The big one was all right. So we'll have to revisit that. And then we had 2 Christmas scents. We had We had Christmas tree and Christmas spice. And Christmas spice has been quite popular. Yeah, so I think we were probably a bit early for this candle season, 2025. But I think for 2026, we will be much more kind of ready.
Because everyone will buy for like birthdays and holidays and like...
Yeah, we need one more box. Was that all?
That's all.
Oh, that's all. Oh, I think one is my tester.
Oh.
Right, so that's your lid. So this is our box label, and one of Imogen's friends, her mum's German, and they all speak German. So I just thought it would be good to do. Can you say that? Weihnachtschigwas, which basically means Christmas spice. So I've just done. Oh, so I think I need to adjust my cutting.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I got it. There you go. So you can peel one if you want. So I need to stick it on this panel so that when we fold the box.
Can I start peeling one?
You can. Just want to make sure I'm doing it. Oh, on this panel. So you have to be careful because different size boxes have, when you open them up, there's different panels.
So you might stick it
So
wrong.
you need to just picture it in your head which side of the box is going to be the front, because this just goes in the front. So once we pop, so you need to stick it on. I think this side is going to be the front. So before you put it on, you need to kind of hover it over and get it right in the middle, and you need to stick.
There.
Hang on, bit up. Yeah, that'll do. And then just go from one end to the other so you don't get bubbles, because once you get bubbles, it's really hard to
Undo it
off the cardboard. It comes off the glass all right, and then I'll show you. We'll pop the box open. You do it on that one,
Yeah.
and then you get practiced with how to fold your box, and then you fold the middle wings in. Oh, I'm probably teaching you wrong actually. You need to fold this one first.
Which one?
This one in, yeah, and then fold.
That's what I was doing in the first place, but you told me to fold it.
Yeah, don't listen to me. You know what's going on. And then, but don't close the box yet because it's really hard to open without ripping. So that's kind of our box at the moment.
Like
so it just needs to go in. What you can do is you can put your hand in. And there you go. And then fold these over. But what we don't want to do is we can fold this tab over.
Just don't shut it.
Just don't shut it because it kind of locks in. So there's our. You've got a bit bubble there. That's for your teacher, so.
They won't really mind.
She won't mind.
I just noticed that it's like ripping this box.
Oh. Do you want to get another box?
Might be fine.
Might be fine. Anyway, I won't do that. Maybe tomorrow I can make a new box. So yeah, that's our box. And I think for now we'll have a big sticker on the front. I think so anyway. Again, this can all change. But eventually we want to settle on a design because as we get more and more, if we keep changing, we're going to have to re-photograph everything more and more. That's lavender. So I made earlier in the week 2 Christmas spice and some lavender. That's Christmas tree. Oh, yeah. See, already, because we had it open,
Is this one for my teacher as well? Because I have 2.
Oh. Which teacher? Oh, you can't say. Oh, I'll take that out. No, we've got a tin one.
Oh, yeah.
Or do you think she like a tree? Do you think she like a tree? All right, give her a tree. I'll have to take it off the. Off the shop. Otherwise, if people order it, I'm going to be in trouble because we won't have it. So we've gone from this big sticker originally, but we thought it might be better to have a smaller version. So I've just shrunk it down by 1 centimetre each side. I've really cut these too deep.
So the under peels off.
Yeah, it's.
I'm an expert at getting them up.
There you go. So we make the sticker wider than it is tall, so that when it wraps around the jar, it still looks square. Otherwise, it.
Like curves.
Yeah, otherwise it looks a bit odd. So I think. Oh my goodness.
Stuck it
I
still.
think it's just going to have to go on there. What do you think? Do you think that's okay?
Yeah.
I think it looks better smaller, doesn't it?
Everything can't always be like perfect.
No. But it's good to get it. It's good to get it.
Like, at least try to.
It's good to get it nice looking. Otherwise, it's going to be all. Yeah, I might lift that because on glass you can lift it, but that kind of gives you an idea of our original size and our new size. What do you think's better? Smaller, isn't it? It's more elegant. We're trying to be more like appealing, and people might not want a massive sticker. I know you can just turn it around, but I think that's more dainty.
Yeah.
Okay, and then probably not tonight because I haven't. I need to do a test, but we're going to laser the logo, or maybe just Immersent. I don't know. I'll try onto the top because these are obviously generic vessels, so we're just trying to customize it a bit. So I think we can laser engrave the logo into the lid. Because one of my colleagues, I mentioned that because on our small candles we have, let's show you Christmas tree. On our small candles we have a sticker, and it's all fun and stuff, but I don't know. I don't even know if we'll carry on using these tins. Do you still want to do tins? Maybe this can be like a little fun version. But originally we were going to have a sticker on here, and then I was like, maybe it doesn't look so good. And then my colleague said, yeah, actually it's nicer looking for it to be obviously not having a sticker. Yeah. And then I said, oh, maybe we can engrave the logo, and she's like, yeah, that would look really good. So I think we can try it. We've got the laser anyway, so it doesn't hurt to try it out and see. So that's that one. And then are you going to do, which is the other Christmas spice one? Can you find the other Christmas spice candle, please? And then
this one.
and that one.
I think.
And then you need to take, you can see it's a bit yellow from all the cinnamon. Is it cinnamon? Vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla.
Vanilla.
Cinnamon, I think.
But it's one oil that makes it yellow. And I just put that. So what you need to do is you need to put the middle down first.
And then flatten it.
And then go slowly so you don't get air bubbles. I was really practiced, but I'm a bit out of practice now. Oh, that's a good one actually. So there is our little version there. And then we can pop it back into this bubble wrap bag that it comes in.
For my teachers, do they need to go in packing foam or not?
Packing foam? If you want to give it to them in a box, it'd be nice for them to open it.
Yeah.
But that fits just nicely with the bubble wrap bag. And then I won't close that fully just yet because I want to just make. Oh, I need to put the CLP label on the bottom. That's what I haven't done. I knew there's something we'd missed. So that's just quite nice, I think. Just to have it in the box, and then if you want to gift it, or if people want to treat themselves to something nice, that's kind of like you have an opening, don't you? You have an unboxing experience, and you get your candle out. Oh, I don't know if the bubble wrap is that a good experience, but we need to protect it because we post these things.
And if they get dropped, they could go.
Yeah, especially the glass. So for this, I've made the CLP labels for Christmas Spice. I'm not translating the CLP label. I'm not going that far.
What is translating mean?
Translating means, because they're in English, translating means changing the words into a different language. Mm-hmm. So whether it's like French, German, Spanish, whatever language.
They can like search up on what the words are.
Well, they speak English, don't they? I just did the translation on the label for fun, because they're spending Christmas here this year in England. So I've made these 52mm diameter. Oh my goodness. Stickers for the bottom, and again you have to be gentle because it's not perfectly flat, and that fits right into there's a little indent in the bottom of these glass jars, and it fits perfectly in there. Just looks really like it's meant to be. So that's that one. Do you want to do one?
Yeah.
You flip it over, and
does it matter what way?
It doesn't. I mean, you can kind of have it all the same way if you want, but I don't think anyone's going to go, oh, your label on the bottom is not lined up with your front label. That's terrible. I might do, but I think people have got better things to do than that. Well, at least I'd hope so anyway.
Otherwise, the people that actually do that are the people that want to moan about everything. That's not right.
Yeah, and hopefully, oh, that's Where did this candle come from? Ah, I know. This one isn't having a label because this is because I haven't done lavender in this size. This is my tester because we need to test every candle. Yeah?
I think that's my best label I've done so far.
There you go. It's just with practice. Okay, so these lavender ones will have a bottom label as well. So we're calling our lavender Serene Sanctuary.
Well, how does that link to lavender?
Well, lavender's kind of like calming, and serene means kind of like peaceful and calm. You do that? So go from one end. Yeah, line it up before you press it down. This hasn't cut all the way out, so I'll need to just cut it. Because with this, so I'm using Silhouette print and cut at the moment. Okay, very good. And if you don't know, your design, whatever you're trying to print out, has to fit in. Can you imagine? Can you see this mark here? If you imagine that goes all the way up.
It goes across the stickers.
Yeah, so the sticker needs to be inside that imaginary line.
Is that where this is?
Yeah, so those are fine, but this one I was a bit out, so I'm just going to cut it. Can you do this one?
Yeah.
If you find the other, I think it's that one.
This one?
Yeah, the other lavender. So
it's sticking to me.
Yeah, so they would have cured for just... Oh, no.
Oh.
I need to make it again anyway because I don't know what happened there.
So that's a tester anyway.
Yeah, I know, but you're going to give these to people, so they need to have the proper label on because it still has to be safe. So we've got our liability and product insurance.
What does that mean?
So products insurance is, well, it shouldn't happen because we test these and nothing bad happens. We light the whole candle and burn it to the end to make sure it's safe. But say if someone got hurt from your candle,
or their house burnt down.
Yeah, obviously we don't like that to happen. But say something happened,
and they can't blame it on us.
They might try to blame it on you basically, and they come after you for some money because we have insurance. If you go to court and everything, and they need payment, the insurance will cover it. But we can also then have help towards lawyers and stuff to make sure that we don't end up like losing our house or something to pay for it.
But also then, it's the actual person's that looking after it responsibility to make sure it
is. So we give, there's the safe, that's why it's really important to have the safety label, and we also give a candle care card. So usually what happens is people are a bit careless.
And just light their candle.
Yeah, and they'll just leave it, or they will light it and put it right next to a curtain or something.
It somewhere like unsafe near pets.
Yeah, near pets and children. He might knock it over, and then that's when things go wrong. So we just have to cover ourselves by having all the proper labels and insurance. And what's the other one? Public liability insurance is if we want to do a fair, if we go next year, if we find some markets that we can do, and say if someone tripped over your table and banged their head,
and cracked
again,
open.
it's their fault for tripping over on your table leg, but they could then try and sue you.
But it's not the table leg's fault, is it?
It's not table leg, but things happen, and unfortunately sometimes people will come after you. So this is just to protect you in case that happens. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so I need to make another label after trying not to make another label. And do you want to stick that on?
On here?
Yeah, do you want to open it up and make sure it is the lavender one first?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And stick it here.
Yeah, so if you've... What are we up? Did I say 45 subscribers?
Yeah.
I think we're at 45 subscribers at the time of making this video. So if you're one of them, thank you very much for your support and for following along our journey. And if you're new, please subscribe, and that would mean the world to us. And we roughly about, probably not every week, maybe about every 10 days, we're trying to bring you a new video. Different things, whether it's scent testing, candle making,
sticker thingies.
Sticker thingies?
Like sticking.
Sticking.
Like sticking the
label making. Yeah. And then we're going to be doing some laser engraving at some point for our lids. And what else? Oh, we're doing wax melts as well. So that's a bit high, Imogen. You need to do it from top. Well, you don't need to, but if you want it kind of centered, that's it. Oh, I think you're good. Do the middle first. Yeah, do that middle first and then go down. Yeah, because I've seen people do like jam jar labels and stuff. They stick.
It's got a tiny bubble.
Yeah, it's okay. We can sort that later. They stick the middle down and then, but it's just practice. One day you'll be expert. You'll be able to just do it while watching TV. Yeah. So for now we're making our own labels so that we can make changes really easily. But eventually we'll probably want to get them made because this is quite fiddly. But at the moment we're just selling a handful of candles at a time, so it's okay. What else do you want to add to your shop? Candles. We're going to have some melts.
Wick trimmers.
A wick trimmer.
You can't do anything wrong with it.
No, it just kind of works, doesn't it? And these are quite nice and colourful, so maybe. So yeah, we're going to do some melts, and I think once we've got a few more products, do more marketing. Yeah, I think the general advice is, you can just start with like 6 to 10 cents, but I feel, and I've had feedback from a colleague, she wants to buy a candle, but I don't think the scents we have at the moment are her thing. So I want to add more, and then I think once she sees one that she likes, she's gonna order, which is really nice of her.
And near Valentine's Day we can do something.
Oh yeah, so we've got probably, before this video comes up, we'll have our Cozy Owl fragrance oil review up. I'll put a link to it. And yeah, we're going to make kind of Valentine's Day scents and birthday cake. So I made this for Felix. Imogen's brother had his birthday recently. So we did a little birthday cake one, and I thought it'd be fun to have the photo of the birthday person on top. So maybe we'll offer that and just see what resonates with customers, what they like, and they can do it in different colours and whatnot. And of course, like the top is personalised with whoever's name and however many years their birthday is.
It could also be in a glass jar.
This could be in a glass jar. Oh yeah, talking of glass jars, this was another thing. So I've got my stars stuck to the top. So these are, you know, hold that on?
Like
stuck to my
jars.
art display, so doesn't. Yeah, so these are actually made in England. So I thought if we're trying to be like more sustainable
and like local.
Yeah, and local, support local business, it might be good to find. So I found these are actually made locally. So we'll test them out, and it's a different look. That's what I was going to say. Although we started with tins because originally I was going to do a paint tin, and that was like seemed really big just for us to start candle making. So we found these smaller tins which we kind of run with. But if you kind of go onto like the marketplaces, all the popular candles on the first page, do you know what they're in? They're in glass containers.
So that means everyone likes glass.
People like glass, and very few hot sellers are in tins. So I think you need to like look at the clues and kind of take the inspiration.
And do what people like mainly like.
Yeah, so if people are buying glass candles, then it's a good idea to sell glass candles. So maybe, I don't know, we could launch a range in here. This is quite big, so I think we're going to have to also have a go at double wicking. Do you know what double wicking is?
Like 2 wicks.
2 wicks in here. So in the new year, I think we're going to do double wicking in that, because that's quite big for 1 wick. It's going to have to be 1 fat wick in there. So I think 2 smaller wicks would be better.
Unless someone invents like a really big wick.
You can get them, but it's whether you want a really big flame. It might be better to have 2 small flames, and apparently it helps the scent as well. Yeah, and I think that's it for now. I'm going to sort these out, reprint some labels. But yeah, we just thought we'd hop on and wish you all a very happy Christmas. Hope you have a good end of year, whatever you're doing.
Also check out our website if you want to see some of our candles or check out some of our videos.
Yeah, and we will see you again in the new year.
Bye.
Bye for now.